In this video, we will discuss about introduction to machine learning and different learning techniques. In 1990s, IBM manufactured a machine named Deep Blue. In 1996, chess master Garry Kasparov played chess with Deep Blue in Philadelphia. Kasparov won that match. Again in 1997, Kasparov played chess with Deep Blue in New York, but this time Mission won the game. How is it possible? How did a mission play chess with a grandmaster? Here the concept of machine learning comes. The mission is trained to play chess. How to train mission? To train the mission, we require training data. By using appropriate algorithm, user can train the mission from the available data. Use statistical analysis to predict output. Outputs can be updated as new data comes. System performance can also be improved by training with more data. Machine learning is a category of an algorithm that allows software applications to become more accurate in predicting outputs without being explicitly programmed. The basic idea of machine learning is to build algorithms that can receive input data and use statistical analysis to predict an output while updating outputs as new data becomes available. These machine learning algorithms enable the computers to learn from data and improve themselves without being explicitly programmed. To train the system by using data, mainly three techniques are used. First one is supervised learning. The name supervised learning originates from the idea that training this type of algorithm is like having a teacher supervise the whole process. When training a supervised learning algorithm, the training data will consist of inputs paired with the correct outputs. The objective of a supervised learning model is to predict the correct label for the newly presented input data. Second one is unsupervised learning. Here, the training data consists of a set of input vectors x without any corresponding target values. The goal in such unsupervised learning problems may be to discover groups of similar properties within the data where it is called clustering. Last one is reinforcement learning. It is the training of machine learning models to make a sequence of decisions. Here, the agent learns to achieve a goal in an uncertain, potentially complex environment. In reinforcement learning, an artificial intelligence faces a game like situation. The computer employs trial and error to come up with a solution to the problem. Supervised machine learning algorithms are designed to learn by example. The name supervised learning originates from the idea that training this type of algorithm is like having a teacher supervise the whole process. When training a supervised learning algorithm, the training data will consist of inputs paired with the correct outputs. During training, the algorithm will search for patterns in the data that correlate with the desired outputs. After training, a supervised learning algorithm will take in new unseen inputs and will determine which label the new inputs will be classified as based on prior training data. The objective of a supervised learning model is to predict the correct label for newly presented input data. Supervised learning can be split into two subcategories, classification and regression. During training, a classification algorithm will be given data points with an assigned category. The job of a classification algorithm is to then take an input value and assign it a class or category. that it fits into based on the training data provided. The most common example of classification is determining if an email is spam or not. With two classes to choose from, spam or not spam, this problem is called a binary classification problem. The algorithm will be given training data with emails that are both spam or not spam. The model will find the features within the data that correlate to either class and create the mapping function y is equal to f of x. Then, when provided with an unseen email, the model will use this function to determine whether it is spam or not spam. Classification problems can be solved with a numerous amount of algorithms. Whichever algorithm you choose to use depends on the data and the situation. Here are a few popular classification algorithms: linear classifiers, support vector missions, decision trees, k nearest neighbor, random forest. Regression is a predictive statistical process where the model attempts to find the important relationship between dependent and independent variables. The goal of a regression algorithm is to predict a continuous number such as sales, income, and test scores, etc. There are many types of regression algorithms. The most common are linear regression, logistic regression, polynomial regression. This diagram gives description about supervised learning algorithm. By using appropriate algorithm, machine is trained with data. When unseen raw data is given as input to the machine, it processes the data and gives desired output. Unsupervised learning is the training of machine using information that is neither classified nor labeled and allowing the algorithm to act on that information without guidance. Here, the task of machine is to group unsorted information according to similarities, patterns, and differences without any prior training data. Unlike supervised learning, no teacher is provided. That means no training will be given to the machine. Therefore, machine is restricted to find the hidden structure in unlabeled data by itself. For instance, suppose it is given an image having both dogs and cats which have not seen ever, thus the machine has no idea about the features of dogs and cats, so it cannot categorize it in dogs and cats, but it can categorize them according to their similarities, patterns, and differences. That is, it can easily categorize the above image into two parts. First part may contain all pics having dogs in it, and second part may contain all pics having cats in it. Here you did not learn anything before means no training data or examples. Unsupervised learning classified into two categories of algorithms. First one is clustering. A clustering problem is where you want to discover the inherent groups in the data, such as grouping customers by purchasing behavior. Second one is association. An association rule learning algorithm is where you want to discover rules that describe large portions of your data, such as people that buy X also tend to buy Y. Clustering deals with finding a structure in a collection of unlabeled data. It is the process of originating objects into groups whose members are similar in some way. A cluster is therefore a collection of objects which are similar between them and are dissimilar to the objects belonging to other clusters. Clustering algorithms can be classified as k-means clustering. Here, the data is grouped in an exclusive way so that if a certain data point belongs to a cluster, then it could not be included in another cluster. Second one is fuzzy k-means clustering. Here, each data point may belong to two or more clusters with different degrees of membership. In this case, the data will be associated to an appropriate membership value. Third one is hierarchical clustering. A hierarchical clustering algorithm is based on the union between two nearest clusters. Last one is mixture of Gaussians. Here, clustering uses a completely probabilistic approach. Association rules allow you to establish associations amongst data objects inside large databases. This unsupervised technique is about discovering interesting relationships between variables in large databases. For example, people that buy a new home most likely to buy new furniture. You can take other examples as a subgroup of cancer patients grouped by their Gini expression measurements. Groups of shoppers based on their browsing and purchasing histories. Movie groups by the rating given by movie viewers. This is the architecture for unsupervised learning. Here, system takes raw as input. By using appropriate algorithm, it processes the input data and gives output in the form of clusters. Reinforcement learning is all about making decisions sequentially. In simple words, we can say that the output depends on the state of the current input and the next input depends on the output of the previous input. In reinforcement learning, decision is dependent. So, we give labels to sequences of dependent decisions. Reinforcement learning differs from the supervised learning in a way that in supervised learning, the training data has the answer key with it, so the model is trained with the correct answer itself. Whereas in reinforcement learning, there is no answer, but the reinforcement agent decides what to do to perform the given task. In the absence of a training data set, it is bound to learn from its experience. Here is a first example. In this example, rabbit has to reach carrot. Correct path is decided not on the training data. Out of all existing paths, reinforcement agent has to find the correct path. You can take chess game also as example for reinforcement training. In chess game, depending on the current move of opponent, reinforcement agent has to select next move. These five are the main points in reinforcement learning. First one is input. The input should be an initial state from which the model will start. Second one is output. There may be one or more possible outputs as there are variety of solutions to a particular problem. Third one is training. The training is based upon the input. The model will return a state and the user will decide to reward or punish the model based on its output.
Fourth one is the model continues to learn. Fifth one is the best solution is decided based on the maximum reward. Mainly, there are two learning models present for reinforcement learning. First one is Markov decision process. The mathematical approach for mapping a solution in reinforcement learning is reckoned as a Markov decision process. Second one is Q-learning. Q-learning is a value-based method of supplying information to inform which action an agent should take. This diagram gives overview of reinforcement learning. It is learning by interacting with an environment, and a reinforcement learning agent learns from the consequences of its actions rather than from being explicitly taught, and it selects its actions on the basis of its past experiences and also by new choices, which is essentially trial and error learning. The reinforcement signal that the reinforcement learning agent receives is a numerical reward which encodes the success of an action's outcome, and the agent seeks to learn to select actions that maximize the accumulated reward over time. Thank you.